Well, folks, it is a new day. It is, I don't know, it's actually, well, it's our weekend now. I don't know where we are with our videos. It is hot outside and it's actually really nice and cool in here for a change. So that's kind of nice. What have I done? Not a whole lot. I did some maintenance on some stuff. I got to do cleanup because it's just messy around there. What else? I did do the stainless on this side. So I did do this one. It kind of looks better. There's good and bad about it, but we'll try it. We'll see how it goes. I still got to polish it, but that's all right. But I really want to work on the tonneau cover, but I am feeling that I'm going to have to just start tackling the body really quick. Like, unfortunately, I mean, some of you weirdos really like watching that, and I like you guys, because, yeah, not a lot of people probably want to watch a whole lot of body work happen, but we're going to jam through. I'm going to rough this up. We're going to glass up what needs to be, like the welds and stuff like that, and then we're just going to put some icing on the cake here and burn it down super quick. I don't know. I just want to knock a lot of it out so it's not so overwhelming. I feel like I got a lot to do before that tonneau cover thing really gets to me, because we'd like to take this thing back to the 50s. And for me, I don't know where we're at, but that's about a month I got. So I don't know if we're going to make it or not, but we got lots of other things to drive if that doesn't work out. But anyways, first thing I'm going to do is, we've blasted all this. I just want to hit it with some sandpaper or something just to actually give it some more roughness that I feel. We'll probably come in. We're just going to go nuts, glass everything. At least that's the plan. Well, everything that's like bare, like weld and stuff. So I want to glass here, here. I'm going to have to take the box off yet again, so I'm not going to touch anything with the box yet. This thing, I tried blasting this with the laser and I goofed it up, and I just want to get some paint on the back sides of all of these, but basically I want to get this, all this stuff around here, get some glass on it, and then our cowl vent, this stuff all around here, around the schnoz. We'll take the lights off. I don't know what we'll do here. I think we'll just do the sides really quick. Or try as quick as a feller can, I guess, anyways. And then we'll just kind of give everything a nice little coat, and we'll kind of work it off. I'll wait till the box is off to get a bunch of stuff here and do this part, just because, I don't know, it's just, I got to do a little bit of welding and stuff up there. Should be welding this stuff too. So I'll probably have to blitz a few of these things and whatnot, but anyways. Gonna go pull out the little Bondo cart and some sandpaper, and we're just gonna go to town. Yuck. So I'm going through, well, just gonna try to kill this can. But you can see, people always ask what I'm using. This is just fiberglass resin, which was on sale. Anyways, it's just a little bit of fiberglass resin. I always mix it in, because like stuff like this, when you get to the end of the can, you see how it's not even really that smooth anymore. It's, you add a little bit of that, that'll kind of make her a little silky smooth. I don't know. People say you can do that. Other people say you can't. I haven't had a problem, so I'm just going to keep going with it. I don't know that I'll get this completely cleaned out, but anyways, that is basically what I do. Now, depending how much you add in, I don't usually add very much, but you can get it pretty smooth. The only thing I find with this is the top layer will be kind of, you get a little bit, you want to use old paper because it'll have a bit of a, I wouldn't say a slime, but it's not, it'll gum up your paper. But once you're past the top, it works really well. So anyways, this will make this a little more pliable, to which we can just start coating all of our welds. I usually mix this up a bit more. At least now it's got a smoother texture to it than it did before. We're just using a really fine glass, but I don't need to put a lot on. I just want enough to cover up our welds. In case we have something we missed, it won't protrude through. Or like kind of try to watertight it, I guess. Hopefully if we can push it in there. All right, I'm gonna give her again. Well, from over here, it's looking pretty good already. So we've kind of lathered on a couple coats. Well, we did this in multiple stages, so the stuff's not very fresh. So I'm gonna wait a little bit. I'm gonna rough it up and I'm just gonna mud over top of it. Yeah, just because I've done this in like 4 or 5 blotches. So we're gonna wait, like I say, for it to dry. I'm just gonna sand it up to rough it a little bit so we can smear straight over it and knock off the higher things, like just so we can get a smooth smear. What's to say here? Kind of see what I did. I don't know if anybody's wondering about this, but all this is like gun wash or like thinner. I like gun wash, it's a little stronger. But anyways, I usually run my knives through there and my plate just so I don't have to grind anything. It just makes it easier the second time I want to smear stuff. So usually I just get a little bit on the knife and then the Bondo doesn't really stick to it. So I can kind of scrape it off and then I got a clean plate to go again. I do like this one, but when you're doing bigger batches, you can't really, it's not ideal. Even this plastic one's kind of neat, but it's not really like rigid enough. But it works. The whole thing didn't work for me, so I kind of just just taped it up. Then I can make nice big batches. Well, that is just about a gallon of mud later. We are pretty much, our cake is almost fully iced. I haven't done any here because I'm going against my general rule of letting stuff sit. My general rule is I don't leave Bondo sit for very long because it gets much harder to sand, but I might rough it out yet. I don't know. I'm trying to get some stuff ready because I don't know when this video comes out, but we have our swap meet, which is tomorrow. So I'm trying to gather some stuff up to possibly sell a few things there. I don't know if I will. I just like to get in the door early and go snoop around. So anyways, this is about as far as I'm getting tonight. So we got a whole lot of Bondo on, but it's one step closer. It sort of looks like one color. Normally I would cheese grade, but it's actually not that thick. So if I cheese graded, I would actually screw this up and I'd have to reapply. So I'm hoping I'll have a bunch of this kind of sanded off. I don't know. Kind of the process I usually go is I'll put too much on, I'll sand till things start poking through, because basically if you get a high spot and you continue sanding, then you're stuck with a high spot and you're going to have to relather everything. But yeah, there's just so much hand sanding, which is going to suck. It's going to be in all these areas. I guess if I can try to squeegee some of that off by hand now, it won't be so bad, but I can't get a machine into a lot of spots, so I'm going to be suffering doing the old hand sand. But that's how she goes. Still got to do like up top there. I got to do everything in the front, but it's all hand sanding, so I'd rather wait till I can kind of get into it when it's a little bit cheesy and I can basically make it sand a lot easier. All the other stuff I can kind of hit with a machine. I may go into here, just into these few spots here, just because they're kind of miserable, and hand sand everything right away, just so everywhere else I can hit with a machine's not so bad. Anyways, yeah. I'm going to try gathering around the yard and see. Quick run to see if I can get anything, although it's dark, so I probably can't see anything I want to do, and I don't feel like doing it at like 5 in the morning before I run off to the city. All right. Anyways, till tomorrow. Then we'll probably be sanding. Well, now, that sucked. That was punishment to me for not actually sanding that yesterday. Anyways, we got it sanded down. I realized I don't have any blocks, like sanding blocks. The orbital, it can't get into a lot of spots, and I don't have the means to actually sand these other things right other than my fingers, and that won't work well for a lot of the spots. So yeah, unfortunately, I guess I have to wait till tomorrow when I can get some more, like I can get some sanding blocks, maybe a longboard, because it needs it. It's just not happening. But it is getting knocked out. Like it's pretty roughed out. I think what I'm gonna do tonight, I'm not doing a heck of a lot more, but I am gonna take this front bumper off just to make my life a little easier. Yeah, I got some spoots on there, but we gotta sand it. That's not a big deal. Our hood's super rough. The fenders and everything are super rough. It's just like spots like this. It's just, you do it with the orbital, I can sort of be okay, but it doesn't contour nice, so I'll have to give it a couple swings with the board sander. And I got to get this area kind of done. A little bit under the door. We got a whole bunch. I think about as far as I'm going to get here is until I get a board and stuff. I guess I'm going to pull the rear fenders. I'll pull the front bumper. We'll get the box off so we can actually get behind the cab here and stuff. Well, I don't need to get behind the cab, but I just need to get, so I can get primer and a little bit of splash of paint. That is the plan here. Or at least that's where I'm gonna plan to get. That might be a tomorrow thing, but yeah. I kind of don't feel like doing any more tonight. Well, I figure maybe I would actually show you what I scored at the swap meet. Where do we start? Got a set of coilovers. Got some Pontiac lights. I think Rolly got a few things there. What else did I get? These are just some parts for the coilovers. I got, pretty sure it's Model A light bar. We got that. Whoops. A wooden steering wheel. These other lights, which are pretty neat. Bill had that back trim piece I need for my top. We got one visor, and I spotted my last little thing. They were like the lower shock mounts for, you know, like Model A axle. So that was my score of the day there. I don't think there was anything else. I think that was it. Anyways, I am gonna go in for tonight, and we will be back at it tomorrow. Well, there we go. Kind of stripped down. Parts everywhere. That thing was a bugger. I kind of forgot that it had to go down and hook under here, so I thought I could just kind of lift it straight up. Kind of a junky design on me, but that's because the way whatever. I started building it all weird, and it just made it kind of miserable to take off. That said, it's you know, when it's on, it's not meant to come off a bunch, so you suffer a little, not a biggie. So I don't know, I'm thinking I'm gonna have to just try to motor, get everything in primer. That's kind of my goal. I think it makes the most sense. We've got it stripped down this much. I really don't want to do that, but I feel like it's gonna be the quickest. I'm still gonna have to go get some sanding boards and some paper and stuff like that. I can smear a little bit more on here, but I think I'll do that later. I don't feel like doing that this round. You know, overall, I don't know till I longboard all of this how close I am. I feel like I'm pretty close, but then you have spots here where you can tell I need to put a little bit more. There's there. This door, something's not quite right, so I got to add a little bit right there. But with that all said and done, now we can get into all this stuff, you know, come up, because we know the box is about here and here, so I'm not worried anything about, whoops. Like, we know the box is right around here, so I don't have to do anything with that. Up here though, you know, we have to do some body work up on this part, or at least it would look the prettiest when the top is off. I might make a cap for it yet, I don't know. Kind of be nice that if I took the roof off, I can put another cap on, would I have this little trim going all the way around, would be pretty cool. But for now anyways, we got to weld up all this stuff. Weld this all up and just try to do the body work on it. There's a little bit that we'll have to do up and around these areas. Maybe they can get them with primer. I don't know. It's not that bad. That definitely needs some work in the middle there. Yeah, I don't know. There's just a lot of body work, and if you're trying to make it super nice, you'll probably be spending weeks at this. And I'm trying to do it in a few days because I just don't like doing body work. Kind of brought it on to myself because I'm trying to make a semi-nice vehicle. Anyways, so I think that's about where we're gonna leave this one. I have to get some supplies, and I don't want to do what I did before and put some product on there and then leave it overnight and hate myself trying to sand it the next day. So yeah, I think I gotta go full burn and just try to get this thing at least roughed out and in primer. And then at least, you know, I can maybe try to get it on the road or do something. Wow, we got wiring, we got lots to do yet, which kind of sucks. But a little bit closer. I mean, fellas just got to take a little baby steps here, try to get it done, and a little bit of progress is progress, I guess, right? Anyways, as always, folks, I want to thank you all for watching, and we will catch you on the next one. Later. Well, I'm back. We went to town. There's a whole lot of rain happening, and my wiper stopped working, so kind of have to address that because this is kind of my driver right now. Other than the International, but this one's just fuel's a lot cheaper than diesel these days, so I only use the big truck for a lot of towing for the most part right now. But anyways, we're gonna go check out what's going on here because the best I can tell, my arms are loose, so I'm wondering if my nub fell off the front of the truck here. Anyways, I'll go dig it out and we'll have a peek at it and see what's going on. Excuse my mess. So anyways, this is my rig. If you've never seen me do it in a video, all I did was I took a rear wiper motor. I think it was off a Yukon or something. And, well, you can kind of see, like, seeing how this has had a mounting surface. This is the original vacuum wiper. I kind of just destroyed it and kind of just hobbled this thing into it. And then I took the arm off of it, to which, you know, I had welded it, but clearly I didn't weld it very good. This one, I guess, didn't actually pick up very well, the center part. And then it looked like only my little bit of my booger was actually holding on there. So that just means this is a very easy fix. All I gotta do is put that in there. We're just gonna give that thing a quick cook, hit it with some water, and then we can just bolt that sucker back in, and we should be back in business for the rainy weather here. All right, let me spark up the welder, zap this. I can't bring you underneath the dash because it's just miserable to see under there, and I don't really enjoy it. But yeah, see? You can see that was the centerpiece where the old vacuum wiper was, so I just tried to make sure this motor could sit into there. And the swing that this electric motor did was the same as the vacuum one. So I cut the arm off of it, and I kind of basically cut this shaft, and I had welded this on. Not very good, but I welded it on. Anyways, let's re-weld it back on and see if we got wipers again. Just need to give that a little zap so it stays. And I don't burn myself. Just so I don't melt important things. I think we're good. Well, that was a lot of suck, but it's in. We got wipers again. Look at this. We got electric wipers. Well, we always did have them. They even have like an intermittent. For some reason, those ones had some kind of an intermittent thing. So if you go on what I think is a high speed, it's actually relatively slow, but it is an intermittent wiper. Well, now it's making a liar out of me. It did work. There we go. Anyways, that is where we are going to leave this one. Now, for real.